proves, it's that exclusives matter. Or maybe I should say exclusives still matter.
How are we gonna use Nintendo as that example when it doesn't matter for PlayStation as well as Microsoft? What is you talking about, bro? And you want to sit there and talk about how exclusives matter? Well, did they matter during the N64? Oh. What about the GameCube? Oh. Matter of fact, let's also bring up the Wii U. Oh, did exclusives sell that platform? I don't think so. What you don't understand, because you don't know your gaming history, it has more to do with the fact that, yes, it's a little bit about the exclusives, but it has more to do with the fact that Nintendo has always been successful in portable gaming. I even had people in my comment section, Damage Control, saying, you can't afford it. That's why you don't tell a grown man what he do with his money. You ain't paying for my kids to go to college. You ain't paying my mortgage. Like, bro, it ain't even that serious, man. If you want to support mediocrity, by all means, do what you want, bro. But I'm not going to contribute to that. Matter of fact, I've had conversations with people that say, hey, Gamester, I'm going to buy the Switch too, but I agree with a lot of your sentiments. Just leave it at that. Nobody got to get personal. Ain't nobody got to say all that, bro. But let's not forget, you are contributing. So when Nintendo decides to do 100, 110, maybe even 100, we'll just speculate, $150 games, don't complain about it. That's all I'm saying. I can't contribute to that, bro. You know what I'm saying? As a real gamer, I'll try to find my ways. If I got to buy used, maybe my friend gets when he gets tired of it in the first 3 months, and then I'll probably obtain one. It is what it is, bro. But all I'm saying is that Nintendo is not getting my money right off the gate with this.
There's been a lot of dialogue recently, and I've definitely pushed back on it. There are people that claim that exclusive games are anti-consumer. Essentially, the idea being
they are.
That you should.
They are, but does it matter to the real gamer in the end? No, because they'll pick up the platform for where the games are. It is what it is, bro. I mean, they've always kind of been anti-consumer. It's just, as gamers, we've accepted the fact because we'll just go buy the next platform if it has the games that we want to play.
Have to buy another device. You should just be able to get all the games on wherever you chose to spend your money, essentially making you entitled to every.
No, that's not necessarily entitlement. I mean, like I said, and also too, exclusive games don't work in the same way like they did back in the days, and also exclusive games are not single-handedly improving these games. Mario Kart World being locked to the Nintendo Switch is not fundamentally improving, the game overall. If the game was like that on Switch, Xbox, or even PlayStation, it more likely will be the same. We don't live in the era, right? The 90s where things was competitive like the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis, okay? Where they seen games and they're like, no, we can do better. We're not living in that era no more, bro. If anything, if Mario Kart World was on all platforms, the game would even be more successful than it is now. It's just the fact that Nintendo doesn't necessarily need to do that, unlike PlayStation and Microsoft.
Game that any developer makes or any studio decides to invest in. There's also been claims that, well, the industry is going to move away from exclusives. Like, this is where the industry's going. We're going to see more and more games just put in more places.
Yeah. How about you talk about the fact that PlayStation is putting more games on the same console that you keep talking about? Look at it. He even got the Nintendo NES shirt. We about to see him jump ship? Are we about to see Reforge Gaming turn into a Nintendo fanboy all of a sudden?
We're not going to see exclusives being as important as they once were. And I think the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct just blows these narratives completely out of the water. And
no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Because exclusives didn't really push the N64. The exclusives really didn't push. Matter of fact, it got beat out by third party. The PS2, third party. The GameCube. Like, what are you talking about, bro? The PlayStation 1 even, that was all third-party games being locked to that console. You want to sit there and talk about exclusives. That's why people pick it up. No, it has more to do with portable gaming. People have always supported Nintendo's portables. You people know this. Because if you want to sit there and bring up that exclusive argument, explain to me why the Wii U, which at the time had exclusives, the same exclusives that y'all are enjoying on the Switch 1, but yet that system was popular and the Wii U wasn't. That's why Nintendo will never go back to home console. So when y'all sit there and say, oh, exclusives is what makes people buy these platforms. Bro, if we had a home console and these are the type of games that they were showing, I can guarantee you nobody's going to buy one. It is what it is. People are buying it because it's portable.
Natively. And that's coming from a studio who built the game for Nintendo. Look at Mario Kart. Mario Kart World looks really, really impressive.
Well, then become a Nintendo fanboy, man, because we're tired of the PlayStation. I mean, is this dude really about to jump ship, bro? Because I heard he's been capping a lot for this Switch, bro. $90 games, it's okay. I'm fine with game key cards. You know what I mean? And you got people damage controlling this, saying that, oh, because you can't afford one. So let's say hypothetically, so if a kid spends $1,000 off his mom's credit card to buy Fortnite skins, and I choose not to do it, and his only complaint is, well, you just can't afford to do what I do. Is this the type of argument we're doing? Oh, I got the PS5 Pro. You just can't afford one. Really? Like, what are we doing here, bro? Oh, I got this expensive S Cargo. Yeah, man, that cost me $5,000. Man, bro, it's just a snail. You only hating because you can't afford it. Bro, literally, I would rather go buy me a large pepperoni pizza for $20 than buy some $5,000 S Cargo. Oh, you only hating, the man putting the salt on his little snail. You only hating. Bruh, listen, I ain't paying five G's for no snail, man. Hey, but you broke. That's why you can't afford. Bro, it's like this video I seen on here, bro, that they had a dude eating a pizza with like jewelry, essentially like gold on it, and it's like what, 6 G's or something like that. And I'm saying to myself, bro, you're not even paying for the pizza. You're just paying because you want to feel like you're filthy rich. Nobody cares, bro. Oh man, I work hard for my money. Okay, and you're gonna end up like everybody else, okay, in the grave. Why do y'all do this, man? And it's funny, it's like you guys use this mechanism, that I'm willing to spend more money, as a coping mechanism. That's what y'all do. I've had rational conversations with people that are gonna still pick up the Switch 2. There's no harm, no foul, bro. Have you guys noticed? Have I been arguing with y'all? Y'all be like, yo, GameStop, I see your points, but I'm gonna have to, but my body telling me yes. That's fine, bro. Go ahead. A lot of these people are gonna give into those temptations. I'm personally choosing not to. The same people talking about, don't worry about my purchase, are the same ones that want me to go purchase a Switch too. Like, bro, just stay in your lane, buy what you want, but I'm still gonna express my concerns about what's going on here with Nintendo. It is what it is, bro. Y'all feel like, oh, I'm spending all this money in this company they care about. They don't care about you. See, that's the problem, man. No matter how much money, no matter how much you're willing to spend, ain't none of these companies care about you, bro. That's why you know you got some form of a mental illness in this community. If you really think that Nintendo cares about you. They care about you so much that they raised the price tag. They care about Timmy so much that he ain't even going to be able to play it in his school playground, because the games are too expensive for him to play, even though Nintendo was going to make their money anyway. Like, bro, stop acting like these companies care about y'all.
Lighting, there's reflections, there's higher detail of textures.
Bro, all those things we've seen on PlayStation, bro, come on, bro. Like I said, this Mario Kart World looks pretty good, but I'm not even speaking on in regards to the graphics, because to be honest with you, I think the graphics are quite mediocre, in my personal opinion. And if Nintendo's using this, we got 4K 120 on a game like that looks like this, I mean, come on now. And I'm not disrespecting the visual quality. I'm just saying, well, I am kind of, but I'm just saying the gameplay is what is making me want to buy it. Not even necessarily the graphics.
Looks like it's running at a very good frame rate, and you're not going to get that from...
Bro, do you see the game you're playing? Oh, it look like it's going to run on a very good frame rate. Yeah, I don't, listen, man. I don't think this game is pushing boundaries, bro. What are you talking about, bro? I still see PS4 games look better than... Bro, yo, just admit, Reforge, man. Yo, we are starting to see him become a Nintendo fanboy right before our faces. Look, let's hear this.
Really, really impressive. There's lighting, there's reflections, there's higher...
I thought the PS5 Pro did that already with the ray tracing.
Detail of textures, and it looks like it's running at a very good frame rate.
Yeah. Most Mario Karts ran at 60. It's not a demanding game, bro. Why is this dude acting like this game is so demanding?
And you're not going to get that from a studio if you bust up that happy marriage between studios who create games specifically for a device. And Nintendo...
That's not true, bro. This game could probably run better on a P... Bro, come on, guys. Listen, bro. Listen, I like I said, I told you, I like this game. This game looks really good. But come on, bro. This man acting like this game is one of the most graphical games. Bro, ain't you been playing on the PS5 Pro? Like, why would you even downgrade yourself? That's him right there. Look at me, I'm a Nintendo fanboy. I'm joining the winning team. Yeah, you can say that while playing the worst version of Cyberpunk when the best version will still be on a Series S for the budget gamer.
Nintendo made it clear that they want to use exclusives to sell this thing. There were 9 exclusives in the video. So there was an hour-long direct, and 9 of the videos are Nintendo exclusives. There was Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Kirby Air Rider, the Dust Bloods, Dragon Drive. Then there were all the games that are getting Switch 2 editions, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom.
I wouldn't count those as exclusive because those games already came out. Now, mind, I know you're used to doing that because that's all PlayStation 5 is giving you. But yes, of course, Nintendo's always done that. And also, too, let's not act like Nintendo don't have another home console device. Okay? This whole exclusive argument, oh, people are going to buy it for their exclusive. Bro, if they did, then why did the N64 fail? Why did the GameCube fail? Why did the Wii U fail? Mario Kart 8, the same game that sold 70 million on Switch, only did like what? 8, which is still very impressive. 8 million on the Wii U. I'm not trying to downplay the exclusives. I know why people pick up the Nintendo console, but it has mostly to do with it being portable. If you take the Switch 2 and make it a system where you can't make a, all right, let's just, for the sake of an argument, if you take the Switch and make it a home console, it's not going to do well. No matter what games they show. Games to come. Bruh, the Wii U has already proved that. How are we going to sit there and cap for that, bro? Y'all know that, bro. Nintendo's home consoles don't do as well, bro. This has more to do with the fact that it's portable. That's the first one, and then exclusives. Stop using, it's all about if it was about the exclusives, then the Wii U should have outsold the Xbox One and PS4, like what we're seeing now. But clearly that wasn't the case because people, for some reason, are very nostalgic, I should say, when it comes to Nintendo and their portable gaming market.
Mario Party Jamboree and Metroid 4. Listen, 5 of those you can only get on the Switch 2. I'm going to talk about Mario Kart in a moment. It's pretty significant what they're doing.
Well, you know what? He's about to become a Nintendo fanboy. I can see it now. I think he's going to get rid of his PlayStation, his Xbox. I think he's done with PlayStation, man. That's good, though. You know, but like I said, I still got to put some facts for you Nintendo fanboys because I think what a lot of people are doing now, that they're defending mediocrity because they know it's going to sell. That's what it is, bro. It's like Call of Duty. It's so funny how Nintendo fanboys want to talk about milk. I'm not talking about the real ones. I'm talking about the fake wannabe ones that they want to sit there and talk about, NBA 2K, all these Maddens and all these milked games. And yet for some reason, you can support your milk games, but nobody else can support their yearly Call of Duties. Oh, we could support our yearly and our Mario Karts and all this. We could support our remilked games. But when somebody else wants to do it on another platform, y'all sit there and say they trash. But yet, for some reason, y'all still buy Pokemon every year. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. This is why I don't go around criticizing things that I'm doing, right? But hey, a lot of people like to do this.
That was a prediction that I got right. 4 of those exclusives are Switch 2 editions with new features with the Joy-Cons.
And what's even more funny, you're blaming Microsoft for the price of these games. Didn't you say that Microsoft don't even want you to buy games? How are we blaming a company that don't even want you to buy games on it? That mostly wants you to play the game through Game Pass? I think this is a PlayStation and Nintendo problem going on here. Sony raised it to 70, and now Nintendo decided to raise it for 80 for digital and 90 for physical. Why are we blaming Microsoft in all this? Microsoft didn't want you to buy games, remember?
Higher resolution, higher frame rate. If that's how many exclusives you're going to put in your Direct, it's very clear.
I ain't gonna lie, that game looked fun though.
And they actually really matter when you're launching a new device. They also showed a ton of third party. This is a continued.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. This game looked fun, man. I might have to give in, guys. Nah, I'm just trolling. You know what I'm saying? It looks fun, man. Like I said, Nintendo makes fun games, and I think that's why people, and I think that's why they're still in business. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't think they make them fun enough for people to want to play them on a home console. I think people like the freedom of playing it on the go and playing it at home. You know what I'm saying? The reason why the Switch, or should I say the Switch platforms, are able to play at home, because Nintendo knows that what they did to the home console owner was wrong. So this is their way of making it right for them. Okay, yeah, we get it. We left home console market, but you can still use the Switch 1 or Switch 2 as a home console if you choose. Nintendo gave the freedom of how you want to go about playing your games. Even though they might be exclusive and they might be locked to the one platform, but they gave you the privilege of playing games the way you want, which I think is the reason why the Switch is very successful.
Whenever there is a state of play or a showcase or a direct, when there's not enough first-party games. They adjust to the Switch 2 itself. It's very clear that exclusives still matter. They're not going away. When the market leader uses them to sell...
Oh, so now Nintendo's the market leader? Hold on. I thought you said PlayStation was the market leader. Hold on. Now it's Nintendo? Yeah, we're starting to see a shift right here, guys.
Their brand new console, and they use a...
Yo, Puerto Rock gonna feel real bad having him on his podcast, bro. He gonna see him switch up. Be like, hey, man, I had a nice discussion with you, Reforge, and I see you jumping on the winning team.
Franchise like Mario Kart, which the previous Mario Kart sold close to like 70 million copies, and they said, hey, if you want to play the next Mario Kart, you can only get it on the Switch 2. That's significant. That means they see the power and the potency, not just of their titles, but of making something exclusive so that you have to buy their new hardware in order to play the game.
Yeah, too bad PlayStation ain't doing that, right? Too bad they ain't doing that.
As I said on the
they're making games for the market leader, right? How is Nintendo? Bro, listen. Oh my god, bro. When they get into these topics, they don't know what they talking about. Listen, man. Nintendo is in a league of their own. Okay, Nintendo is not the market leader. I don't think you guys understand what the market leader is. The market leader really stands for when companies are copying your vision and your ideas. I'm gonna tell you who the market leader is. It's Microsoft. Every time PlayStation puts a game on Steam, you're putting it through the Windows operating system. You are doing what Microsoft wants you to do behind the scenes. This is why you guys are afraid that Steam's going to Xbox. Oh, but, GameStop, they're not the market leader on Nintendo. Yes, they are, bro. Microsoft has the game. Like, bro, how are we going to sit there and I'm not saying that these games ain't popular. I'm not saying they're not going to sell. But I'm saying Nintendo is not shifting the market in any other way. Okay? They just finally got game chat. They got a wannabe Discord that lags, looking like it's running on a potato. And you guys sitting there saying that they're pushing gaming. They're not pushing gaming. What makes you think that they're pushing gaming in any significant way besides making good games? That's it. Oh, you hater, I should have known you was an Xbox fan. But bro, it's the facts, bro. I mean, even Nintendo's controller resembles what the Xbox 360 controller is, bro. Clearly, you pay... All right, you know what? I got to break it down. I got to break history down. Why do you guys pay for online? Ding, 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 ding. Good answer, Carl. Well, it was kind of Sega, and then it was Microsoft. That's why they have the same vision. Microsoft. Where did that idea come from? Subscription services and all that paid for online, party chats. I'm not saying these things weren't available on PC, but in regards to console, who was doing it? Ding, 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 ding. Good answer, Carl. Microsoft. Weren't they the ones that was pushing for all these things? And now they're telling we got game chat. Wee! Right? Really, bro? Xbox had game chat back in like the early 2000s, bro. What? Even PS2 had it. What are we doing here, bro? Okay, Microsoft revolutionized console gaming with Halo. This is facts, bro. Y'all, I mean, you get. I understand it's the okay. They do it with Sega. It's okay to hate Sega. It's okay to hate I get it. I don't know why y'all do it, but I get it. But gaming is the way it is because of those two companies here, Sega and Microsoft. Say what you want, okay? Say what they don't sell well, they don't. But they're the ones. If it wasn't for them, you wouldn't be gaming the way you are doing now. Because Nintendo wasn't trying to push for online. Sony wasn't trying to push for online like that. Sega was. Sega and Microsoft were trying to push for online in significant ways. And look at their vision. Even Nintendo has adopted it. Even with their own games. So that's all I'm saying. Just show appreciation where it's due. Is all I'm saying. Nobody's trying to take away from Nintendo. Nobody's even trying to take away from PlayStation. All I'm saying, show appreciation for where it's due. Because the same people talking about Sega sucks are the same people playing Mario Kart with online when Sega did these things 20 years before y'all even decided to even do the ideas. Okay? Like, this is all I'm saying. Even Sega had something very similar. You can look this up to the Wii before the Wii even came out with the motion controls. Show respect and appreciation to where it's due. I'm not going to have people being a fanboy and run around, oh, look here, I got 80 million sales, but don't give the credit to where it's supposed to go. Okay? Give it to the founding father. That's all I'm asking.
That's a happy marriage. Like, you're getting performance levels and new graphical fidelity and lots of more carts on the actual racetrack. Those are things that probably happened.
Bro, this game is not demanding, bro. Grand Theft Auto 5 on the Xbox One is more demanding. You got all these cars, NPCs, worlds, going in buildings. Bro, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Listen, man, I'm not saying the game ain't fun, bro. But we already know why this game is running the resolutions and the frame rates that it is, bro. It's not hard to understand. It's a low demanding game.
Because the studio was just making the game for the Switch 2.
This game could run on any device. What are you talking about, bro? See, this is... Yo. Oh, man, bro. Bro, this game could run on Xbox Series S, X. It could even run on the PS4 and Xbox One. What are you talking about, bro? Now, I don't know about the Switch one, but it can most definitely run on any of those devices. This is the capping that y'all doing. Oh, you know, it's the fact that it's exclusively made is the reason why it has all those kart and racers. No, it doesn't, bro. If this game was multi-plat, it would probably run better on those platforms.
Making it for
the game being exclusive is not what's making the game run better. That's all I'm trying to say.
Other platforms, not trying to make it work for all these other configurations.
But it could, though. To act like this couldn't run on a PS5 is bro, like, we're starting, he's becoming a Nintendo fanboy, bro. It's official now.
That benefits you, the consumer. It can't be anti-consumer if an exclusive benefits the game. And
how does it benefit the game? You still can't even explain as to why this, but like I've said, so you're essentially saying that this game can't run on the PS5 Pro? Bruh.
The way that it runs and the way that it looks. And then, obviously, it's made for that device. So it sort of pairs with it. It dovetails.
Bro, that's 90s stuff, bro. That's Sega, Genesis, Super Nintendo, even N64, PS1, where games, took a long time. They had different architecture. Sega Saturn had quads. PlayStation 1 had tries. So that's another reason why a lot of games wasn't getting ported over, because the development of games, including the 64, they had to work within a 64 megabyte compression. It was hard to make games. That's why.
Benefits you as a consumer. So it can't be anti-consumer. Also, not every consumer is the same.
Bro, like I said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, man. This dude has lost it. He is now a Nintendo fanboy, bro. I don't even think I want to label this PlayStation fanboy now. I want to probably label it Reforge Gaming, the Nintendo fanboy. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, man, he even got the NES shirt. Don't get older. Yep, we can clearly see that. He ain't messing with PlayStation no more, let me tell you. So all his PlayStation fans, make sure you guys unsubscribe and go find some other one. Maybe MBG, for example, because I heard he's trying to go to war.